Hi everyone, this is Ding Dang Dong and welcome to my channel. In this video, I would like to introduce you the MBA admission process of INSEAD. The MBA program of INSEAD is ranked the first regarding Bloomberg Businessweek International MBA ranking in 2017 and also the best according to Financial Times Global MBA ranking in 2016 and also 2017. I want to explain to you how I built up my MBA application package entirely by myself and how I get in touch with the alumni who gave me a lot of advices and a lot of tips on preparing the MBA admission process. So to include the entire process in one video is a bit long, and that's why I cut it into 4 different episodes. The first one will be focused on telling you how to choose your target school, the preparation of GMAT and language exams, as well as the importance of doing a self-reflection before starting your preparation. The second episode will introduce you how to get in touch with the alumni and also how to target your referees, and as well as the tips to prepare the application essay. The third one will be focused on preparing the video interviews as well as the alumni interviews, whereas the fourth one, which is the last, will tell you how to prepare the scholarship application and also the final admission call. This video is the second episode of how to prepare your MBA application. To adapt to your need, here is the timestamp. If you're interested at a specific subject, please go directly to that part. And if you're interested at other episodes, please click on MBA playlist of my channel. So right now, let's start together from how I contacted the alumni and how I asked them to provide me help. For most of the people, if you would like to pursue an MBA in the near future, one of the reasons is that you want to extend the professional and personal network. So start from the MBA admission process, you should already start to train the networking ability. So why I emphasize the alumni network, not others? Well, of course, other network could be really useful and helpful, but alumni are those who already passed the MBA admission process and who have gotten selected successfully by the school. On top of that, alumni already finished their MBA year, so they're closer enough to provide you the insight of the school, as well as their opinions regarding the school works and school activities. Besides that, they can tell you what they regret to do or not to do during the school time. I think their suggestions are precious enough to let you know the secret of the school as well as the admission tips. So how did I find these alumni who could be able to help me? Well, I started from doing some research on LinkedIn. I think you probably would ask, there are tons of people on LinkedIn, so how can I target the right person? Or how can I just simply start those conversations? Well, my method was to build a link with them. I actually typed my company as well as my targeting school to find those people. Simply speaking, if you're currently working at Google and your target school is INSEAD, you would type Google plus INSEAD on the search box of LinkedIn. The algorithm will return you those persons who are currently working or who used to work at Google and already spent some time in INSEAD. And by doing that, you can find the alumni within your company. And here is the link between you and them. So by doing that, your invitations are more likely to be accepted. And if finally it is accepted, well done. You can right now start the conversation with them. However, you shouldn't stop from that. You should try to meet them up, find opportunities to call them, or do your best to have a deeper and personal chat with them. So how could you move from chatting on LinkedIn to a deeper and personal talk? Well, use your professional way. You already know that they work in the same company than you do, so send them an email or try to ping them on the professional communication platform. Tell them that you're currently applying the school and you want some help. Don't be afraid of being rejected because it might happen, but not all the time. If you never ask them for some help, you will never get it, isn't it? By doing that, I built relationship with 2 senior alumni within my company, and they introduced me to 3 other junior alumni in some other companies. The advantage of knowing both the senior and the junior alumni is that you can gather more insight and culture of the school from the senior one, and the junior one can provide you more recent experience regarding the admission tips. Let's brainstorming together to choose the person who is most suitable to write the reference letters. Usually, you have to assign 2 different referees by providing email address on the application portal. The school will later send them links separately, and they should connect to the links in order to reply questions. And this is treated as an MBA-style reference letter. The questions are about your experience, your distinctions, your potential, and the referee should provide examples to prove what they write. Some people, they ask me whether they should choose someone who is familiar with them and their work, but who do not really have a fancy job title, or someone who has an outstanding job title, but they only have a regular connection. I would strongly recommend to choose those who is really familiar with you and willing to help you, because to answer those questions might take a lot of time, so you would better to prefer somebody who take time, who thinks seriously and providing compelling examples, than those who just do it like that and from scratch, isn't it? And also, actually schools, they ask for word limitation regarding your application essay, so you cannot elaborate as much as you want on your essay, and the reference letter can serve as a complementary to show your personalities, your distinctions, and your potential. And so it is better to actually synchronize with your referees regarding the personalities that you want to show, or regarding the good example that you want to provide. This is actually not cheating, because this is a preparation of the application package, and overall what the referee is gonna write on the application portal are not what you can control. You just provide suggestions, and it is them who will do the reference letter themselves, isn't it? Your current boss, your previous manager, your customer, and your career supervisors can all be targeted. A good solution would be someone who did an MBA before and who have witnessed your career improvement. And since the school, they often ask for 2 different references, it is better to choose 2 persons from completely different background or environments. An example from my application package. My first referee was a supply chain manager, and he was the internal customer of my first project in the company. After we finished the project, we still often regularly eat together, and he provided me a lot of suggestions regarding my career development. He was also an MBA graduate, and so he is perfect to provide the reference letter. Since I already have 1 reference letter in my professional experience, my second referee was from my extracurricular activity. I am also a dancer and a dance choreographer, so the second referee that I chose was the artistic directress of my dancing association. And so here I built actually an entire application by also 2 different referees, one from professional background, another from extracurricular activity, to prove that I am not only a workaholic and I still do a diversified of work, and to show that I am a colorful person. The application essay deserves a significant amount of time and energy. Unlike some undergraduate programs, which you have a free format, for the MBA programs, the school usually asks you some pre-designed questions. You have to answer these questions to show your motivation and your personalities. And usually those questions have word limits to reply. So the constraints of MBA program would be much more than other types of programs. And here, the self-reflections that I described during the episode 1 would really help. If you haven't checked that part yet, please click on the card above, where I describe the importance and the way to do the self-reflection in episode 1 of MBA admission process. So after the self-reflection, I believe that you already listed all your milestones during your life, as well as the rationale behind those events and changes. And what you do right now is to cherry pick all those bullet points that you have listed before and to fit in with the questions that the school asks. Why I did these practices, actually the school evaluate each candidate with the entire application package, include the GMAT score, your language scores, the GPA, reference letters, and the application essay. The objective of writing the essay is to show to the school that you know them and also let them know you. So you are not only answering the questions, but also building the big picture of yourself. Each elaboration of the answer should serve as a part of this big picture. Therefore, the milestone should hit the point and illustrate you as a person. don't hesitate to ask people to review your essay and gather feedbacks from them, especially those who are not really familiar with you, such as the alumni that you build a relationship during the previous steps. The school, when they receive your application package, they do not know you at all, so they can only rely on your essay to picture your characteristics, so that those who are not familiar with you would be the right person to tell you whether there are ambiguities or inconsistencies, as well as examine the examples that you provide, whether they're suitable or not. Also, I encourage you to improve it again and again. My essay that I uploaded for INSEAD was the 17th version, and there were 19 persons who helped me on all of the essay or part of the essay. Actually, there's always improvement to do, and it is never enough. It is never perfect. So you should change it and improve it again and again to have a quite proper answer. A small summary of the second episode to prepare your MBA admission process. Try to find alumni to gather insight and admission tips of your target school. Find referee with different background or experience to provide diversified recommendation. And use the result of your self-reflection to build up your application essay. Don't hesitate to let it reviewed by a lot of people in order to improve it again and again. In the next episode, we will focus on interviews, including the video interviews and the face-to-face interviews. If you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe my channel to get announcement of the newest upload. And hope to see you in the next video. Bye!